I consider LEAP like one of the more heartfelt organizations that I've ever come across, and it really leads with a commitment to providing opportunities and space for people of all different backgrounds to be able to experience nature and be on the river. It's a really beautiful thing that you can be going through your own personal thing that's really heavy, and people are there and surrounding you with support.
Edison High School is a small school with about 140 students, mostly students with dyslexia, dyscalculia, ADHD. So they come into here feeling pretty defeated, pretty beaten down, or being told that they can't achieve something, or they're not smart, or they'll never graduate.
Trauma and adversity with the youth that we serve, especially the adolescents, would say a lack of opportunity, a lot of barriers to be able to try new things and to develop really who they are and what they want to become.
The patients and siblings that go on our trip often come with not just the medical situation that they're bringing with them in that story, but just this loss of control for their own body and undergoing medical treatment that can be traumatic for patients and their families.
LEAP is an organization that serves people who've experienced trauma and adversity and helps them to work through the challenges that they've experienced specifically on the river. If you've ever had a difficult experience in your life, then you are probably familiar with how your heart beats really fast and you're feeling dysregulated, and that's essentially what happens when you're on the river.
I was definitely nervous. I'd never gone rafting before. I'd never even kayaked before, so it was all a very new experience.
A lot of excitement, a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustration, a lot of fear.
And so the river helps people to see that they are part of a collective, that if something happens, that there are people who are going to be there for them, and that we can give them tools to get through that experience.
A lot of times they've had obstacles that they don't know how to overcome, and they get to go on this LEAP trip and have some serious obstacles, and then they do them and they see them light up.
I learned that I was a lot more resilient than I thought I was.
It makes them realize that they can go out and do other hard things.
You know, the river it's ever changing, and I think that's kind of a representation of us as individuals, like we're always changing. Out there is something about the nature and just the quiet really allows folks to open up, working through emotions and feelings that things are coming up that maybe they weren't expecting.
Seeing a kidney transplant patient meet another kidney transplant patient for the first time and them compare scars to one another and talk about what that medical experience was like for them that they've never got to share with someone else.
So it really does bring you together and bonds you, and that chance to be vulnerable, but in a very safe space.
All of those little moments together added up, you can't measure how much power LEAP has. This changes kids' lives.
What you do is so powerful and impactful, and it lasts with all of us longer than just that week on the river.
I believe LEAP offers a generational experience. It offers an opportunity to get to know oneself at a deeper level. They're more vulnerable. They have a more keen sense of direction in which they want to be able to try new things. It's just a life-changing opportunity.